Let's go. I don't know nothing about no crime or no news. Spency boy the owl, 'cause I always say my dudes. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. It finally happened. The day has finally come where Milestone will no longer be making the MXGP games. Holy crap, dude. I never thought the day would come, bro. I thought we was going to have MXGP 2069 made by Milestone. It was the same game that it was back when they very first made the first one. Okay. So this news has been going around. Can be kind of hard to find online if you're not really like looking for it. I know one spot you can find it if you go to MXGP's Facebook page from like 6 or 7 days ago. You can find a post on there where they actually say that they have, gotten a new developer with the licensing. I believe that they are going to have access to the MXGP games for like the next 4 years or something like that, okay? So the company, the new developer is called Nacon, I don't know how you say it, Nacon, right? I had never really heard of them before this point, but I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a, just a bit of an overview of this developer, you know. I don't know, I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, as Spency Boy always does. Not really sure how you could do it much worse than Milestone. Just being, completely honest here, I'm not so sure if that's even possible, okay? That just needs to be said right off the bat. Bro, this game, MXGP 2021, I swear to God. Still to this day, I still stick behind this is the worst dirt bike game for its time that has ever been made right here. It is so bad. If you go from playing like Reflex back to this game, you're gonna laugh at how bad this game is. But anyways, so yeah, basically it's like, I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, well, surely this new, Nacon developer or whatever, surely they're going to be able to make these MXGP games better than Milestone. Of course, MXGP 3, in hindsight, wasn't terrible, right? Supercross 3 wasn't terrible, you know what I'm saying? But the majority of these Milestone games, Motocross games, I should say, and Supercross games, they've just not really been worth your money for the content that you're getting. And, just the repetitive physics and the repetitive gameplay. We know the whole story on that. Spency Boy called that shit way back in the day. Way back in the day, bro. We're talking way back, bro. way back, bro. So, yeah. This Nacon developer here, I think the biggest thing they're known for as far as like motorcycles is they made some of the TT Isle of Man video games, if any of you guys know those. I've never really played them. I don't really know them, but apparently that's the company that made those. So it's kind of similar to Milestone in that sense. You know how Milestone made a lot of the street bike, racing games like MotoGP and stuff. Well, this new developer that has the license to the MXGP series now is known for making like the TT Isle of Man games. So if you've played those, you might have a little bit of an insight into what this developer's all about. But one thing I also want to mention that probably not a lot of people has mentioned is this new developer for this MXGP license also is the company that just made that Lord of the Rings Gollum game that got absolutely trashed, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure some of you guys might have seen that. This new Lord of the Rings Gollum fucking game, I don't even know what it's about, but it got absolutely trashed online, like not even close to being finished, not even, you know what I'm saying? It absolutely flip-flopped. You know what I'm saying? When they came out with that game. So I just want to say that That is the same developer that made that new Lord of the Rings Gollum game that got an absolute shitload storm online after it came out, right? So that's a bit concerning. I'm not going to lie to you. That is a little concerning. But again, I have to go back to my original point of, can you really do it worse than Milestone? I don't know. I really don't know if that's possible. So definitely let me know down in the comments what you guys think, how you think this new developer is going to do with this MXGP series. This is kind of crazy. I didn't think we were ever going to see another official MXGP game, period. This was like the only possible chance that there would have been for us to see this kind of game again, is if it went to a whole nother developer, because everybody's basically done with Milestone at this point. They just are. Like, and it's so crazy that this happens. I'm telling you, you know, people call me the T-Sipper predictor for a fucking reason, bro. I start talking about MXGP 2020 is one of the worst, Milestone MXGP games, and MXGP 2021 is even worse. You know, they're just getting worse and worse. That's what all of my reviews were talking about. That's what all of my videos were talking about. And lo and behold, here we are. Now there's no more Milestone working on the MXGP game. So something that I had to be saying in there had to be right. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it ain't just coincidence, bro. You know what I'm saying? That, Milestone is no longer working on the MXGP games now that, now we got to MXGP 2020 and then to 2021. It's because these games were dog shit, bro. Try to tell you from the beginning. A lot of people try to defend these two games like they were okay or not as bad as Spence was talking about. Okay, well then why did the whole developer now give the licensing away for the game and they're not even working on the game anymore? Tell me that one, bro. Something was obviously not going so hot over there at Milestone. That's just pretty apparent at this point, all right? Now, the next question everybody's going to have, well, what's going to happen to the Supercross games? Is this... I don't believe that this Nacon company, right, has, gotten the official Supercross license. I think this is strictly just the MXGP game license. So, we still don't really know what's going to happen with the official Supercross games. I don't even know. I've heard some things that maybe like the MX vs. ATV series is going to get the Supercross license. That would be sick. I don't know if that's really going to happen. I'm not sure. It's hard to believe Milestone would make the next Supercross game if they're not making the MXGP game, but I guess that's possible still. I don't really know, you know what I'm saying? But, even with this new developer making these next MXGP games, it's like, how much are they going to try to use from like Milestone's catalog? Are they just going to start working on it from scratch? Are they going to take some things from Milestone? Can they even do that? I don't know. I don't know how from scratch this next MXGP game is really going to be. I probably wouldn't get your hopes up just too much. Like I say, this is the same developer that just made that Lord of the Rings Gollum game that got absolutely trashed online, and it doesn't look like they've made a whole lot of Moto, like motorcycle games. I don't think they've ever made a motocross game before. Like, it's kind of a similar story of Milestone, It honestly is. It's like they're kind of more known for street bike games, and they're trying to work themselves into like a motocross game. I think that's a big reason why these Milestone games never really clicked. They never really got into the really good physics for being like a dirt bike game, because they feel more like street bikes. The ground physics feel more like a street bike. I've felt that way from the very beginning. If you go back to some of the early Milestone dirt bike games, those air physics are dog water. They are dog dookie, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It could be a similar story of that. I know a lot of people are really optimistic, and they're hoping that this is going to, save the MXGP franchise. I'm not going to think that right now, just because of what I'm seeing, I would be very careful in thinking that. We're going to have to see, like, once the game comes out type shit. Because it could be a very similar story to what Milestone was doing with these MXGP games. Unfortunately, that's possible. I don't think they're going to do it worse than Milestone, but I wouldn't say Milestone has a very high standard going on here. I wouldn't say it's a very high bar to reach right here with these MXGP games. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's like they're still going to have to make pretty similar tracks, you know, because it's going to be similar tracks to the MXGP series, obviously, but they haven't made one of these games since like 2021, right? So it will have been like a few years. So I'm sure they're going to sell some copies of it just from that alone. But yeah, I am still concerned here. I don't necessarily think this is just going to be like, oh, dude, it's going to be like amazing because it's a different developer. Like when you really start to dig into this Nacon, however the hell you say it, new developer of the MXGP series, you'll get a little bit worried, bro. If you really get to looking on there, it ain't all that much different from what you'd see from like a Milestone developer or something like that. So I just want to make that really clear. But anyways, I guess this is some bit of a possibility of the game being better than anything was going to be, any kind of developer was going to probably be better than Milestone at this point, because Milestone's just, they got their own self-burnout. They've made so many of these games so quickly, you know, I didn't see any, bro, and this takes me back to all those things I was saying in those reviews of MXGP 2020 and 2021. Spency Boy called that shit, bro. Talk about if you don't do something big, you're not going to sell enough copies and you're not going to be making these games anymore. That was like my big thing that I was saying in all of those videos of MXGP 2020 and 2021, and that is exactly, to a Turley tea sipping fucking tea, what has happened here. That's exactly what's happened. So, yeah. Bro, we're talking way before hashtags. Spency Boy called every bit of this shit. Woo-wee. So, anyways, yeah, not much more to say right now. I mean, we'll see what happens over the next bit of time here, but they are going to have, you know, like I said, they got the license for, what is it, like 4 years? So they're going to probably make like 4 different games, maybe not that many. I don't know if they're going to make a game every year like Milestone did. Hopefully not, but, you know, we're probably going to get more than one of these MXGP games from this Nacon developer here. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see. There ain't no telling. Ain't no telling.